Alright, well, hi everyone. So, 4.6 is live for Genshin, and we're gonna be going and doing some exploring Remuria for Arlecchino because basically her boss mob drops for her weapon and such are in this area. we can't level her up until we get them. Um, I don't know if we'll do Arlecchino story quest today. I'll have to see where we fall, but we're gonna go to Remuria and check it out. So let us warp, and here we go. We are on Tiny Island. I know when people saw maps of this thing before, they were like, "Why is there so much water? What is going on? Why is this just a big thing of nothing?" And the ditto shape is gone. No more ditto shape. But there you go. A lot of people there. What are they doing? Let's check it out. I think I'll put Arlecchino up for this one. Let me just adjust the time here so it gets. It seems like the second we step forward, the quest will start, so I want to start during the day.
Something you wish to report?
Oh, this is kind of pretty. It's a nice name card. Yeah, I find the name of Remuria kind of interesting because Enkanomiya, okay, if you look at it, its architecture is very Greek. The characters in the past for it are very Greek. And in our world, we had with Italy and Rome and the Romans, you had Romulus and Remus. And the idea of the story was that Romulus and Remus were twin brothers, and they got into a fight, and Romulus killed Remus, and then Romulus went on to create Rome. In this case, it kind of seems like Remus is the one who won, and he created Remuria. So I thought that was just kind of very interesting. We also got a Ginge code. I don't know if I still have it. Hang on. Okay, no. Let me see. Well, there is a code. It's like RJ something. Um, you guys can probably find it on your other discords. I'll if I once I finish streaming, I'll make sure I bring that up for everybody. But all right. Oh, he yelled at him. Like, no, boss, it's just these boxes are way too heavy. If we lug them all up, I think the ship might. Might what? This is a treasure here. Treasure. You're going to just leave profit on the ground like that? But if we load everything on board plus ourselves, I don't think the boat can hold all that weight. That's easy. That's an easy one. If we just leave a couple of you here on the island, we can bring all the treasure back now, can't we? Uh-oh. Are you sure this guy's an adventurer and not a pirate? Cunning plan, boss. Wait, I'm one of the ones you're taking with you, right? I don't want to get captured by those golems. You've seen what happens to anyone they catch? Stop yapping and start moving. If the Dark Lord's lackeys catch up, we're all done for. Dark Lord's lackeys? Are they putting on some kind of show? Wait, boss, there's people over there. Like, yes, us. Like, oh, you, yeah, you. The big one and the little and the tiny thing. What are you skulking over there for? Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Can't leave any witnesses. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Hey, we're not doing anything wrong here, so what? Why are you acting all nervous for? Anyway, we should talk to them first. Like, we're not skulking, we just arrived. What are you guys doing? You're suspicious. Oh, there's the cat. The look of you, you must be foreigners, and here I thought you were minions of the Dark Lord Remus. Uh-oh, there you go. Romulus and Remus, there he is. This is Rhea, and Paimon's Paimon, and you're right, we're travelers. Oh, but who is this Dark Lord Remus you mentioned? Has he finished playing his part already? Ah, you don't even know who the Dark Lord is? Alright, I get it. I suppose it's up to me to educate you. Oh, ignorant outlanders. Let's see. Ooh. Nice world building, very detailed. What happened next? The dude they call idiot. Oh my gosh. Poor man. Like the boss said, what is it we're doing again? Oh yeah, disrupting the special military maneuvers being conducted by the Dark Lord's region. It's totally a brilliant plan. You're the protagonists of your play, yet you aren't on the up and up. When does this Dark Lord take the stage? Ah, do you think we'd still be looking treasure if he showed up? Ha, we'd all have been turned into golems already, just like Estate probably was. Estate the Pitiful now, more like. Whoa, he totally helped you and you guys just left it behind and ran away? Are you sure you guys aren't the baddies? Baddies don't get to be the protagonists. What do you mean protagonists take the stage? Oi, from where I'm standing, it's looking like you're really his minions, just dressed up as foreigners. I can tell from all your blabbering on about performances and plays. Eh? You mean you guys aren't putting on a performance? It's like, oh boy. Uh-oh, here we go.
Laid bare.
Quake! A bitter pill to swallow. Order guide you. Gather. Bow your head.
The thieves, who were beaten so badly they couldn't even spare a thought for the treasure, fled on their boat. There they go, huh? Guess they weren't acting after all. But what's this treasure they're talking about? Dark Lord this, Dark Lord's keep that. No way any of that's real. Why don't we just have a look at the treasure? Eh? But we don't know where this stuff came from. Paimon expressing disinterest in treasure? Say it isn't so. Consider this a necessary investigation. You're not wrong, but what if there's some kind of evil Dark Lordy trap inside? Guess there's no dissuading you, but please be careful, okay? As it so happens, there were no traps in the container of the evil Dark Lordy variety or otherwise. But there was no valuable treasure within either. Within was naught but heavy shards of shattered stone. Paimon knew they were just a bunch of frauds. There's no treasure at all. Or this shabby excuse for a statue some kind of priceless artifact? Let's go to Paracord and ask around. Maybe it's some kind of landmark or lucky mascot or something. As for these treasures, we... Hey, Rhea, you... Uh-oh. Her traveler senses are tingling. How unforgettable the... Oh, fate, why not halt at this moment? Oh. What? Oh. Hey, look, I like this guy. He's like a statue, but alive. A dream? Finally awake. I saw the sea swallowing the earth. Oh. The children of white stone and brass sinking. The collapse of all that was once radiant. But prophecy then. I guess it didn't work though. Just as you said, we've paid much for it, but once we are free of Fortuna's fate's shackles, those sacrifices shall not be in vain. In this I have faith ever since I accepted this body and became a Remurian. Apologies, forgive my lack of manners. In case, please come with me. Kind of look around. Oh. This is so pretty. Play their own symphony. Remus. Remus. The immortal race you created and the peoples of the waters are slaughtering one another. And now the so-called Eternal City too faces immense collapse, immediate collapse. You cannot control your own creation. The symphony has brought neither justice nor happiness, but instead has become the source of all sin. Remember our promise that is our last resort as long as the symphony is played. Is this the only way you... That's kind of worrying. The Traveler, it can connect with these things. It's like, wake up! Like, you zoned out again. Now, you scared me to death. It's okay. You suddenly just completely stopped moving and started staring at the statue, like you were a statue yourself. Paimon thought you'd been turned to stone by the Dark Lord's evil curse. I think I had a strange daydream. There isn't really a curse, is there? Rhea, are you okay? I'm fine, sorry for making you worry. As long as you're not hurt, yeah, we should definitely go to Perico first. It's like, let's get out of here. Okay, that. So let's just do this for right now.
No need to fret. I shall handle this.
This guy is... got red around his head. That's not good. Is this guy possessed? Ooh, there's a Hydroculus.
Ridiculous ravings and nothing more.
Hmm. Yeah, these people definitely seem possessed. Everyone looks so weird. Careful. Climb up the building. Waypoint over there. I don't want to go too deep into the quest just now. But I do want to get down to Remuria, so. And I want to come unlock the artifacts. I'm going to say that's probably our way down. I think this one's going to move. Let's pass that by for a moment. Faded Theater. Yep, here we go. Arlecchino's set here. Yeah, you can tell it's hers because it all talks about, ooh, bond of life, bond of life. It's like, who does bond of life? Her. This will be good. We can do some of this. What's in here? Oh, we got some rock shield materials and some golems. Okay. Well, while we're here, let's do some of this. So, because unfortunately, as much as I pre-farmed for Arlecchino, she's still stuck in certain places, so. But I do want to bring her into stuff that we're doing so that she can get some friendship points and things. Let's just start off with this. I think she's supposed to be basically just a DPS, but I'll just use her as a sub for right now. Sub DPS.
Solidify.
Overruled.
Settle down.
Oh my gosh.
I will have order.
This is where you fall.
Bow your head. Be sanctified. A bitter pill to swallow.
Laid bare.
Silence. Mind the side effect. Gather. Settle down.
Those guys are actually kind of scary with their whole like, whoa. her... Let's do this 4 times with the condensed resin, and then we could use the rest for... Wow, look at that! HP... Ooh, this is a crit rate one. And attack. That'll be good. We're getting to a good start. I'll probably put a crit damage piece on her, to be honest, because her weapon's already crit rate. And it's like, having a good crit rate is great, but if your crit damage isn't high enough, it doesn't really matter. But if we don't get another one, well, that'll be good.
A bitter pill to swallow. This is order.
Transfixed.
Let the mighty be humbled.
Witness my rise.
Silence. Mind the side effect. Order guide you. Solidify.
Laid bare.
Settle down.
They restore their shields really quickly. Excuse me.
Silence.
Whew. Yeah, they do not stay down for very long. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, a lot of people are saying this one's definitely, like, Natland themed. Which I guess makes sense because, I mean, we're in 4.6 right now. We're going to have 4.7, and then 4.8 is going to be the summer event, and then we're going to be going into Natland. So it's like, Natland is definitely going to start coming in as hints and stuff in the game.
Bow your head. This is order. Solidify.
Everlasting as the moon.
Silence. Be sanctified. A bitter pill to swallow. Order guide you. Stabilize.
Transfixed.
Bow your head. Mind the side effects.
Okay, let's see. We got attack, and we got some HP. Good though for a good piece. Not for Arlecchino, but it is. It's got crit rate and crit damage on it, which is pretty good. Let's see. Flip that one for right now. will probably have to be that one.
Solidify.
Laid bare.
Mind the side effect. Silence. The tides beckon. I will have order.
This is where you fall.
Settle down.
Overruled.
Yeah. I guess the nice thing with Arlecchino is that even though the life bond does basically lock and prevent her from healing, if you have a shield around her, she'll be fine. It's not like she's gonna drain her own HP. As people said, she's like a big Hu Tao in that she works the same, similar, but she has less, like, negative side effects. Oh, we got... let's see. We got some of that stuff. Okay. Okay, well, there's always tomorrow. Let's go back. I'm having a feeling that we will not be able to get to the boss until we get far enough into this quest. And I'm gonna do this.
Gather.
One man's stone is another man's gem.
I am shocked that it didn't move. Oh, actually I was gonna do one thing before I walked away from the domain. Furniture.
Something with which to commemorate this occasion.
Ah, building. It seems like, part of my teapot might end up becoming Remuria themed. Just like with how my Leeway teapot has partly become Chenyu Vale themed. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, it's like, I know it's around here somewhere.
Huh. Something with which to commemorate this occasion.
This is a really pretty place. Oop, I see something sparkly up there. I say I think that this wind glider definitely matches like the color of Arlecchino's pants. But I wonder which ones look better on her. Like we got these. That's orange, I think. Hopefully the ones for Natlin will be red because we have enough blues. We definitely need more red. Guess we'll go with this one for right now. It's the only one that actually has red in it. Her heels aren't even on the stone. Like, oh, we are on our toes here. Ancient inscription. Let's see. His name seems familiar. Giuliano, an ordinary villager. Okay, where are we headed? Mailbox with letters in it. Oh, bell ringer. I am the bell ringer at the intersection clock tower, the guide that welcomes travelers to the Eternal City. Oh joy, we're building, eh? So, Valiant Guardian, shall we find the Eternal City to our left or our right? Wait, you're in character already. Are you sure you're okay? Leave that aside for now. Oh boy. more names that I'm gonna have trouble remembering. To Machimos already, I imagine that they now dwell under the protection of the Sebastos. Okay, wow, so in addition to the Dark Loremus, now we have a Sebastos? This is getting more complicated by the minute. With uncouth barbarians. That is indeed a blasphemous title with which they besmirch the Sebastos Remus, our mighty imperator. Oh. Oh, they're both the same guy. Right. But it is of no consequence. The Sebastos may not be defined by the narrow notions of the tribal mob. Okay. I don't know, this sounds kind of worrying. Like, when the bell of eternity tolls, all that has ever come to pass shall be erased, and all will be reborn, regardless of who they are or where they are from. Be grateful and rejoice! Praise be! Like, okay. What should we do, Rhea? This person sure seems lucid, but the stuff he's sprouting is all kind of whack. You'd think we'd got a sleepwalker here? Maybe he's dreaming. All kinds of whack. Like, do you name me a dreamer? The symptoms do match. Who knows? We could be the ones dreaming. No way, that's impossible. At least we probably aren't. Uh-oh, he got the red thing too. Uh-oh. Ah, he fell down. Oh, he's out cold. Outside, halt. Excellent, you two look completely mentally sound. Yeah, like, what's going on around here? Finally, a normal person. See, what's going on? For that, let's get this gentleman somewhere safe. Can't be leaving him lying here, can we? He'll catch a cold. The risk of catching a cold may not be the most important thing right now. You still work together with the normal person to move the incoherently rattling bell ringer into onto a nearby bench. Oh, here's the SE guy. Well, they're like, oh, he got turned to a golem. No, he's fine. Anyway, allow me to reintroduce myself. Call me Este. Este? I'm a member of the town's Daydream Club. I'm the only member present right now, though. Yeah, we're tourists, passing adventurers. We're members of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Adventurers, you say. You're not here to look for that castle or whatever, are you? Wait, you introduced yourself. We heard that name before. It was you who brought the bandits into the Dark Lord's castle, was it not? Ah, I see you escaped with your life. Fabulous! What? Oh, so you're also... No, we're wide awake. Trust us. We just don't get why everyone's saying all sort of crazy stuff. Tell us about how you met and drove the bandits off who saw the Shadowstones as treasure away outside town. Oh, it's them. The legend of the fated castle has never been a secret. Adventurers just like them come by looking for it every once in a while. And that's what I thought was kind of weird, because it's like they were dressed up as adventurers, but they were acting like treasure hoarders. So I'm like, did they show up as just adventurers and be like, yeah, we want to check out the castle, and then they got basically hypnotized? And whether it's because the impression the name Golden Troop conjures up nothing more than poetic imagery, or because the castle was built a millennia ago, it's more likely than not that nothing of value remains there now. Ah, but would they ever listen? Of course not. No sooner had I brought them over to the ruins in the mountains than they began destroying statues and stuffing them into boxes like people possessed. I could not stop them alone, so I went back to town to get help. I never imagined I'd find nothing but dazed stares and mad ramblings all about. It was like everyone had fallen under some hypnotic spell. The Daydream Club has researched hypnosis before, but something like this is far, far beyond our capabilities. My hypothesis is that something abnormal has occurred within the ruins, according to the records. Actually, why are we the only ones not affected? Interesting, most interesting. Perhaps we can find a solution in the ruins? Maybe we can find treasure in the ruins. Solution? Why don't you wait here? Leave the adventuring to us. If you come too, you might get turned into a golem. Aw, is that your cat? It's so cute. No, although the fellow who studied hypnotism would say that they are creatures with keen senses. How odd. That collar, pendant, I could swear I've seen that accessory before. Ah, it ran off. Trying to get our attention. Anyway, ignoring the cat question for now, we should still go to the ruins first and have a look. See, how can we get there? The ruins? The mountain behind town. Just so happens to be the exact direction the cat ran off in. Kitty cat! That's how we set off. Hey, kitty cat! Rhea, are you sure you're okay? Needs extra care. You two alright? We'll be right back, don't worry. Kitty cat, like, are you sure you're okay? I'm counting on you then. How could something like this happen? I can't just leave everyone else in town to fend for themselves, or I'd be up a gander back to the ruins to investigate. Still, it's a good thing I ran into you. Please be extra careful. Don't worry, we got this. He is definitely out cold. We can't even talk to him. me do that though. I saw a kid before when we were coming up. And there was a little arrow next to him. It was like, oh, there's something important here. But I didn't grab it because I was like, let me go over and check out the... ridiculously common branch. Even the kids are affected. Stay on your guard, citizen. What are you doing? A child out here on their own? Have there been any suspicious happenings lately? Not at present, they said. The barbarians are akin to cunning beasts. Ever will they strike when your guard has been lowered, for surprise is their greatest weapon. By methods most foul, they infiltrate our cities and seek out our secrets. Even the slightest lapse in discipline may lead to catastrophe. 30 years ago, when I followed Domus Boethius to conquest in the Nahar North, they were but a pack of primitives without any such skill for subterfuge. Where did they learn these tricks? 30 years ago, your parents wouldn't even been born yet. What did you just say, citizen? I fear my hearing's been going as I age. Time truly is cruel. During the conquest of Remuria, I could hear the barbarians' bells calling them to muster from miles away. Yeah, they're all definitely... It seems like they are possessed by the memories of the immortal Remurians. Let's see. Part of me feels like I should go talk to everybody, because chances are after I go through this whole thing, they won't be possessed anymore, and I'll miss out on a lot of cool lore. But let me see something. Okay, complete the shadow over parkour to obtain more information. So, yeah. Let me go back and talk to some of these people, because chances are I'll go through it, I'll fight the golem, and they'll be like, oh, everybody is cured, yay! And then it's like, okay, I just missed out on cool ancient Remuria lore. So there's SD and the bell ringer. Let's see. No, I am presently working on the research plans for our institute. There is much to do, but thanks to the God King's radiant blessings, we have many clever minds and hands to take up the work. Yeah, the thing is, too, is what they're talking about the God King. Romulus Quirlus, so the guy who created Rome, was said to have, after his, like, or near his death, he ascended to godhood, is in the mythology. So for them talking about Remus like this, it totally fits.
Engineering issues post-haste.
What issues? Why, that of the high-altitude aqueducts, of course. These will become key arteries for Remuria, allowing our prisoners, pedestrians, and pilgrims alike to pass. But there are still a great many issues to solve. First, materials, then the bridge supporting schematics. Bridge support schematics. A high-altitude aqueduct here? We're still in the design phase, of course. I shall have to undertake some discussions to perfect the plans before construction begins. Ah, what an investment of resources and manpower. Such wonders are only possible thanks to our God King's grace. I am truly blessed to have granted the opportunity to dedicate my life to this work. Yeah. See what I mean? We wouldn't know this if we came back and they're like, oh yeah, we're all fine. And they just talk about, like, you know, stuff they have to do.
Do not be complacent, sir.
136. Alright, 14 more times and we'll take a break. You need a hand? Hand? No, no need. What training requires the assistance of another. Only by honing my physique can I join Legion Athantoi as one of its sublime soldiers, just like this officer here. Nameless stone statue. Silence. Ah yes, introductions are in order. This is my instructor. Only by clearing the tests he sets can I earn the right to ascend. Isn't this just a statue? Tests with tests. Combat tests, naturally. An ascendant immortal form is one thing, but combat skills must be honed of one's own accord. In any case, would you like to have a go? The initial test involves the simultaneous smashing of these stone pillars. Oh. Don't underestimate them, however. Even with all my training, I can only shatter one with a single punch. I'll give it a try. Excellent, you have spirit. Come, let me witness your strength. Smash all the stone pillars in one go. Here we go.
Solidify.
Ah, so that's how you choose to handle it. Truly splendid. Have you previously served in our God's King's armies by any chance? Nameless stone statue. Our fine officer also praises your performance. It seems I must work harder. Hey there, buddy. Nice weather we're having today. This should just be a statue. It looks like this one really is just a statue. The cool statue, though. Who knows? Like, the people get possessed, the statues could get possessed too. Look at all the stuff. It's one nice thing about when you get a new area in Genshin, it turns into a whole, like, oh my gosh, let me explore, let me find all the chests, and it kind of, the feeling goes back to the days when you first started off in Genshin and you were like, wow, look at all this new place to explore and this is just so amazing. And then you run out of chests and it's kind of like, oh, okay, you know, and it gets a little, not boring, but just being like, oh, I kind of miss those days when there was like just so much stuff, and now there's so much stuff again. Let's see. What should tonight's menu be? What are you doing? Oh right, I'm working on tonight's menu. After much contemplation, I decide on fish for the main dish, to go with a few special drinks. Ooh, fish sticks. Sure, those gentlemen will be pleased. Thanks to the God King's grace, the spices I ordered finally arrived on time, and combined with some fish fresh from the ocean, well, feel free to stay and have a taste. Trust me, fish are my specialty. You guys making me hungry. Let's see. Did I talk to everybody? Let me go back down here. This music gives me Italy feelings, which I guess makes total sense if this is supposed to be, you know, the remains of Rome, but under Remus instead of Romulus. Yeah, indeed, these are the days of fire and sword, after all, and as soldiers of the Imperator, our God King, we cannot allow our Imperial citizens to be exposed to danger.
The barbarians
Barbarians. The savages? There's nothing to be said for those detestable invaders. They destroy our cities, slaughter our people. Enemies of the Empire, I name them. Nay, enemies of all civilization. Still, you need not fear, citizen. Dominus Bostitis shall soon come to Mashimos in person. When that happens, all disturbances shall be utterly quelled, and those putrid primitives shall get what they deserve. Have you met any barbarians? No, not yet, I fear. They're a cunning lot, I must say. They rarely show up when they cannot be sure of victory. Ah, okay. Hid on a roof. Oh. Stalker spreading over rot rumors about those lock knights again. I should suggest to Domus that we stamp those ridiculous ravings out completely. You are? No need for surprise, citizen. As you see, I am a musician elevated by the Sebastos, yet I am a citizen just as you are. Oh my gosh. Marcia Gordiana Semproniania I am. Hereby the eminent will of Dominus Bostitis to take over for my colleague Xaverius and tune the melodies of this land. Are you an ascended musician then? About Bostitis, about the Xavier mentioned. Indeed, that is so. A flawless body, immortal life, and absolute beauty. Behold, citizen, you look upon the honor bestowed on me by the Sebastos. He has caused our bodies to transcend lowly mortality, turning the tragic dirge of death into proud triumph. Oh, A would have gotten along with him. It is by this grace that I have the honor of performing the Eternal Symphony. But you look like an ordinary person. Is that so? Thank you for your praise, citizen. Still, you should direct that adoration to the might and mercy of the Sebastos. To carve immortal bodies from stone that look no different from ordinary mortals, who else but he could have achieved this great feat? Ah, I see.
The Lock Knights? Ridiculous.
So, fret not about the lies those slaves tell. Their so-called Lock Knights are but fascist, far-fetched fictions. Uh-oh. There's that S word. Like, who? Wait, what? They spread rumors and call those barbarians who worship a false god knights, believing they shall one day free them from their fated duties. I do not condone such folly, for folly is the way of the lowly, yet their delusions are fanned even hotter, such that their melodies are tranquil no longer. They must be cured. Once the disturbance here have subsided, I shall act forcefully to correct such strange schemes of illusion and weakness are both breed turmoil. Okay. A ridiculously common branch. Oh, guy's name is Giovanni. I wonder when this war will finally be over. What are you doing up here on the roof? I'm monitoring the area for any suspicious barbarian activity. Of course, recently. Wait a moment. How did you get up on this watchtower, citizen? That's my line, really? Whatever. That isn't important. Let's see. It says the savages' assaults are advancing at pace. The latest news is that they might have sent spies among us. We must be on guard. But would those brutes really be interested in our remote little city to the extent that they would go through all the trouble of sending spies? Meat is meat, no matter how small the portion. Ah, citizen, you speak true. It seems I must keep to my task. Judging by how you spoke, might you be experienced in such matters? In which case, could I entreat you to survey the surrounding area? Should the barbarians have been active, they must have left some trail, like a wooden sword, perhaps. Like kids play fighting? Well now, they are savages. Would that be so strange that they would use sticks as weapons? In any case, I'm counting on you. Should you discover anything, report back to me. Consider it your joyous duty as a Remurian. Ah, okay, so I guess he's the reason why we're collecting sticks. I think that's it. I like this little town, though. It's kind of cute. Definitely an Italian feeling. Oh, somebody's being attacked. Go away, you.
Stabilize.
Wingblade!
A bitter pill to swallow. Mind the side effects.
Prepare to be blown away!
bitter pill to swallow.
Thank you, my benefactor. God, King be praised. I'm saved. Are you one of the legionnaires who defend the city, or a valiant soul who happened by? In any case, allow me to introduce myself. Bautus I am, one of the Mercatories Equisiti appointed by the God King himself. I came here to transport spices from the southern realms. I did not think that those vile vishaps would surround me the instant I came ashore. Vishaps? I didn't see any vishaps. My word, you truly are a mighty warrior. Those foes were simply beneath your notice, I see. In any case, do take these. Yeah, yet fear I must be short on pleasantries. These goods still need transporting into the city. Perhaps we shall meet again there. You're welcome. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, Baizu. I wanted to talk to that lady about, that Xavier person she mentioned. About the Xavier you mentioned? Xavier Citizen, or Lucius Semper... Whoa, not Xavier. Your pronunciation is most strange. He was a respectable man, but he put his faith in the wrong thing. Inconceivably, he believed... No, he twisted Domiskap's words to the point where he did not notice the barbarian schemes in time. Just as you've heard, his negligence caused the fall of Petrocori. Countless citizens were massacred by the barbarians, and the streets were awash with ruin and blood in a single night. Weakness only brings calamity, and kindness disaster. Our ignorant, that's the word again, may be swayed by well-meaning lies, but our vision should extend further. Like, I'm kind of worried. And Pathesius? Watch your tone, citizen. Even I do not have the right to address that exalted Dominus solely by his name. Dominus Boethesius is a harmost exalted to that post by the Sebastios himself, and is the foremost genius in our empire's history. Even Dominus Cassiodori cannot... No, forget what I just said before. I did not mean to be partisan about our harmosts. Regardless, even amongst the Empire's outstanding subjects, Dominus Boethesius stands tall as the most representative of its spirit. His loyalty and passion are undoubtedly worthy of our imitation and respect. Okay? Oops. Sorry, ma'am. Alright. Yeah, I planned on pulling for Arlecchino last night at about 10 o'clock. But between the, trying to figure out whether or not the maintenance ended at 10 for me or 11, I got all mixed up, and then even though it did finish at 10, I didn't actually get on until about 11. Oh, there we go. I knew he was gonna move. I didn't even get to play until around 11 because of all the patching and stuff like that the game had to do, because it was a pretty big adjustment. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty?
You will see now.
Stabilize.
Witness my rise.
I will have order. Solidify.
Laid bare.
Not bad, not bad. Your valor would not know shame, even should it stand in the company of the marche hunters of old. Whoa, it's a rare shiny cat! It's a talking animal! This Pokemon, like, oh! Like, it's a shiny cat! We've seen a whole lot of really strange things in our journey. Even so, a glowing talking cat, Paimon supposes it still makes the rare list. Yeah, because we ran into Neko, and she talks. So like we've seen a talking cat before. We've never seen one that's a glowy talking cat before. Like, one such as I shall not dwell on being called a strange thing. O chosen champions, Rhea and Paimon, the time has come for true heroes such as ye to step forth. Glowing cat. Come with me unto the ancient kingdom of the deep seas. We must still the chaotic symphony if we are to save the lost souls. Is this also part of the world building too? All right, I'm the hero. Let the journey begin. Seriously, how can you fall for this stuff so easily? Very well, O chosen hero, for the sake of Paimon's tummy tum, stand tall and move with haste to buy her some Fanta. Speaking of, just who are you? I must start from the beginning? Very well. Orantes of Orantopolis is my name, a spirit keeper of the ancient realm. Oh, okay. Or what needs of where now? What a tongue twister. Paimon's just going to call you Osi for short. That's close enough, right? What do you think? Meow meow? Osi, meow. What? It appears that I cannot command this body as I wish, to the extent that the bestial behaviors may even overbear me from time to time. If, from the beginning, I could have only... Oh, so it's a spirit inside a cat. As the two of you can see, the boundaries between past and present have begun to blur thanks to the influence of the chaotic symphony. It is for this reason I too have awoken. For now, the affected area is yet small. Aww. This is gonna be another one of those instances of we fix the problem and her spirit disappears and it just leaves the cat. We keep having these. It's like, oh, like I don't want her to go. See, the inhabitants of Paracore have had their souls taken away. They exist in that maddening, dreamlike state because of the symphony has temporarily granted them identities and memories to fill the void left behind. It is as if a vessel filled with pure water has had its contents replaced with wondrous wine, an apt description considering that those are memories of ancient history gifted by the symphony. Eh? Let Paimon think. So what you're saying is that the townspeople of Paracore have had their souls stolen, and then their bodies have been possessed? Wow, that sounds super scary! You said that the affected area isn't very large yet. That is correct, Rhea. Of course, eventually, even the court of Fontaine will be consumed by the consumed if the chosen hero cannot restore harmony to the chaotic melody. Oh boy, okay. Nothing else for it. I am the hero after all. No choice but to take a look. Let's go. Yeah, all right. Osti, lead the way. Thank you so much. The road to the ancient realm lies beneath this spring, as you see before you. I've caused the seal on the hidden path to manifest. Next, I shall activate the device that maintains the seal. Oh, bloop. Ah. There we go. Now, oh, then help me retrieve the harp strings, and I shall thus be able to break the seal and open the way. Now then, let us go into the unfaded. Let us go unto the faded castellum of gold. Ooh, a faded golden cast. SC mentioned something about the legend of the fated castle too, right? Are we talking about these ruins? Nay, nay, these are but scraps on the surface. The true castle lies deeper underwater. You sure do know much more than cats in town, huh? You compare me to the cats in town? Such. Follow closely and try not to get lost then. Ow! He just jumped down. Can cats swim? Oh, it's a he? Well, he had a bubble, so... Ancient score. Alright. Here we go. The thing is, from the dream, we can tell that these soldier guys are not just statues. They actually are living beings from Remuria. And, that's a little worrying. Because we're basically looking at bodies. Paimon feels like the statues are staring us. They won't suddenly attack us, will they? Difficult to say. Perhaps that golem you defeated earlier climbed up from here. That's just terrifying. Is it too late to swim back? I mean, the only thing I can think of is that the people of Remuria are the NPC statue-looking people, but the soldier guys are just, like, automaton type of, like, characters. Paimon didn't think there'd be such a huge space down below. Guess you do know your stuff, OC. This is but the tip of the iceberg. Once an entire nation and the land upon which it was built sank beneath the waves, and my mission is to prevent that which has sunk from resurfacing. Or so I believe. Poof, and just like that, you suddenly seem a lot less reliable. I really wish I had a reliable guide. Uh-oh. In that case, leave the guide to Paimon. Well, that's what Paimon would like to say anyway. Yeah, Paimon had started off as a guide, but she really does not know very much. I mean, she knew enough about Mondstadt, I think. But after that, it's just like, yeah. She needs to do some research. It's like, anyway, we are the sole arbiters of whether the souls of the townsfolk can safely return to their bodies or not. So, eyes up now. The fated castle is just through the great gates. Let us continue onward. Oh, a gameplay tutorial. What's up? Okay, so a shining talking cat. Follow OC and explore the ancient realm that lies beneath the deep waters. While adventuring Yoshi, you can talk to him at any time to get additional information. Don't forget to pet him from time to time, alright? Oh no, we gotta pet the kitty. Use methods suited to dealing with Geo to effectively defeat its defenses. Oh yeah, I finally saw this guy. He's actually not anywhere in the open world. He's only in, the Spiral Abyss. And I managed to, excuse me. I actually managed to meet him and defeat him. So I finally got him on the little, chart. Oh my gosh, he's teleporting. I'm a cat, after all. It is you, Paimon, who must fly faster. Do not let those trifling things outside the window interfere with our restless march forward. What trifling things? The fish? Oh my gosh! It is a baby version of the whale we fight in the abyss. Holy cow, are we in the abyssal sea? Thank goodness we fixed the people of Fontaine. I'd be terrified of bringing any of the Fontainians down here. This is a neat place, though. Guys, basically, like a stars. The books are moving out of the way. See. Filter all books collected, collecting, collection not started. Let me out. It's like it won't unclose. Alright, where's the one we just picked up? Ah, here we go. Let's see. Volume 1. Forget barbarians, he probably never even seen barbecued eel. I will honestly admit that everything I write is completely, utterly fabricated. Well, this is a great way to to start. He's like, I've got beef with people, and they all lie, so I'm just gonna lie too. Like, why would I keep reading? I guess as long as he said, like, this is a work of fiction. So I'm like, okay, I guess it's not lore then. I really need to read more of these. I pick them up as with the idea of like, oh, I'll get to them when I get a second, and then I end up missing out on kind of a bunch of lore. And I mean, I know when I was doing the quest with Caterpillar and that whole group, it's still kind of hazy to me on the whole story with that whole bit. But I'll get back to it. A group of bandits riding on the backs of giant birds blocked our path and asked us for potatoes. Their entire bodies draped in armor made of crystals, the scales of dragons, and cabbages. End of the ocean look like. I can imagine Oshi's probably like, I told you not to worry about that stuff. Why are you sitting there reading a chapter book? Kind of neat though, how the books kind of move out of your way. It's a neat little effect. Wow, Paimon bets a lot of people can live in a huge castle like this. But of course, and not just people either. Hey, there you go again, seeing creepy stuff with a straight face. Oh, fret not. Surely heroes such as yourselves would dispatch any hidden ghosts or phantoms without breaking a sweat. And what is this? What an expensive box. Seems like a music box of some kind. Still, it doesn't seem to fit in too well with its surroundings. Good eye, that is indeed a music box. But just as I have knowledge beyond an ordinary cat's, this music box has functions beyond most others. What, can it speak too? My, I didn't think you would be so catty. Hey, Paimon was just joking before. She didn't think you'd take it seriously. It's Paimon's fault, okay? Don't be mad. Meow meow. Seriously? Now you pretend to be a cat? Anyway, even those who lack any musical knowledge can freely operate the power of the symphony using this box. We will have a use for it later, I'm sure. But isn't it because this symphony has gone all wacky that all the townsfolk turn into whatever they are now? So what if Rhea presses the wrong button or something? The symphony here may also become chaotic. What sort of clumsy clod do you take me for, Paimon? And become the source of all sins. Wait, what? What sins? You okay over there? Peace now. You need not be so fretful. The symphony was mighty, beautiful, and glorious once, an existence that shouldered golden ideals. That it sows chaos upon the surface is merely a mishap of misalignment, the result of evildoers misusing great glorious power. So we basically just gotta fix it. But were it Rhea, surely she would wield its power correctly. That's quite a lot of trust you're putting in us. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. That's quite a lot of trust you put in us. It might be more accurate to say that I have no other option. I am merely a cat at present, after all. Should I wish to make use of the music box myself, it might prove somewhat difficult. Yeah, she's like, I lack, or he's like, I lack thumbs, give me a break. We've spoken this much. Now to put things to the test. Remember, the strings we got from the harp in the ruins, those were in truth the scores on which the symphony was recorded. As long as you place the score into the music box, the box shall play its tune all on its own. Oh, that's helpful. It's a CD player! Oh, that. Symphony's Bounty. Locus Animois. It is said that the first terrestrial creatures emerged from the warm oceans. The lands that then were fertile, producing all in abundance. The gifts bestowed by fate were so ample that it seemed as if the land itself had been specially prepared for them. Before I play that, let me do this. I'll play the first score, second score. Look at that. Nice stuff. Okay. Just in case if I hit play and it's like, oh, cutscene, and then I have to worry about getting it later. Play. This is so pretty. I guess we have to go to the... Oh, the cat. Oh, that's a pretty happy tune. Paimon's feeling all warm and fuzzy inside. Seems this box still functions. Well now, are we not safe? Wait, so you weren't even sure if it would work or not? Not completely. One cannot judge a box by its cover. Do you not concur? Paimon gets the feeling you're not talking about the box at all, but never mind that. What should we do now? The chaotic symphony must be here. If we can locate it, we can retrieve the souls that have been taken from the townsfolk. Then let's have a look around for starters. A reasonable judgment. If memory serves, this castle has a great many strange rooms. Perhaps they are worth investigating first. Also, the castle's central hall plays host to a mysterious stage, though no more plays shall ever be performed there. It was once an entrance to a place deeper underwater still, where the power of the symphony yet lingers. We must go and check for any further anomalies there. Deeper still? Indeed, I wonder what awaits us there. You don't know? Hey, now's not the time to leave us hanging, OC. You're a surprisingly petty one, huh? Still, before the riddle may be solved, we must first find the clues that await us in the castle. Come, let us away. The Ignitic Symphony seems to be from a now destroyed civilization. You can use its power to unleash two types of sound waves. Use the power of the symphony to resonate with entities that react to the power of music. Press to activate a pause sound wave and cause specific objects in the area to stop moving. Continuously hold to activate a play sound wave, which will cause a specific objects in the area to start moving or reactivate entities affected by a pause sound wave. Okay, so you click to stop it and hold to play it. Special music notes float above objects that can be influenced by the power of the symphony. When they resonate with specific sound waves, the notes above them will also change. No, not all objects can be influenced by music, can resonate with different sound waves. Most of them can only interact with specific sound waves. Okay. Go down here real quick.
A reward on the road.
This is indeed a window. Like if we get into that main room, we can get that. Yeah, and yep, this is also a window. I know you're being like, of course it's a window. It's because oh, there's a bigger one. That. How exactly? Oh, okay, it's a T. It's a T item. How do I? Oh, there you go. Seems like we need a few more books for that to work. You. About these books, pet him, I've got nothing. I don't mind being touched, but cats have their own boundaries. Ah! He does not like being pet. Here? No. Alright. That up. Let's see. Hmm. The strange shiny fish again. Feels like it's been following us from outside all this time. How weird. Paimon, have you witnessed so little of the world as to find such things strange? Are we not underwater? Is it not ordinary to see all manner of fish about? Hey, but this big guy looks anything but ordinary. And this voice, I've heard it before. Seriously, you mean from that dream you had before? This part of the sea outside is like this part of the sea outside is like the castle. It belongs to the past. It is something that should have been forgotten. If one ceaselessly calls out to a monster that has been blotted from memory, they might yet jump out and cause trouble. It is wise to be cautious. It is for the best if we simply treat it as an ordinary fish. You make everything sound so scary. Are you just trying to creep us out or something? Simply mean to avoid unnecessary complications. After all, our top priority is to retrieve the surface dweller souls, no? It just so happens that there is a blank score before us. We simply need to use the music box to tune the auto-harmonic reed pipes on either side, and we can obtain it. Give it a go. See. Tune to the correct mode. First, this is the one thing, is like trying to explore a place. When you're doing a quest can be kind of difficult because it's like, oh, let me go click on that thing, and then it's suddenly like, oh, cutscene. Be right back. I still have that book, I think. Oh, gee, whoa. Okay.
Is this an answer from this world?
I was like, oh, it didn't open before, so I was like, oh, I guess we need to collect more books. But then, no, it's just... gonna work it, and then... Okay, there we go. Woof! Alright, give me a second. I want to pick up... Actually, you know what? We could just do this. It's somewhat of a waste, but... Arlecchino will benefit from the friendship points, so... Oh. Go back, you guys. So not just hanging out in the middle of the air. Stage of Faded Gold. Let's make that. Oh, hang on. I will be right back. All right, so we're back. Sorry, I had a little bit of a phone call. Okay, so I was looking at it down there, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, those guys are probably gonna move. But, oops, forgot. Turn that off.
Gather.
Put on a shield just in case. And of course. Ah. Or is the mural on top still moving? It's kind of spooky. Did you play cat? Perhaps you were an audience member? That. Okay. I was gonna say, I was like, what is he talking about? I didn't find anything. He likes his head pet. Alright,
I'll keep this close.
think we could probably get the... Where is... Oh, there it is. Get it while we're here, because... Okay, it looks like we have to adjust it to proper one. This one, the top one. This one with a circle. There we go. You can kind of collect these things for later, which is good. Okay, so we're not ready for that yet. Let's go back up this way. And adjust the little tuners they're talking about. Look for the blank score. This one needs to be the little... there. This one needs to be the circle. The whale is watching us. He's all like, oh, or he's all like, oh, just ignore him. It's like, ignore him. That looks like the abyssal whale. We can't use it here. Ah. I'm gonna take a picture anyway. Wait, I could take a picture this way. It's really pretty, though.
Don't forget to wash your hands. Goodness knows where these things have been.
At the blank scroll. Right, now to head back to the other room. Like, that blank scroll you picked up. What blank scroll? I don't have any blank scroll. Oh. Someone's coming out of the mural. Have you tired of battle and decided to take up rat catching as a new hobby? Oh, he does not like him. You. And what is he exactly? A monster? A ghost? Or could he be the real Dark Lord? Dark Lord. Pah! Barbarians remain barbarians, I see. Ignorant even of their own ignorance. And, oh. Ophithius of Remuria I am, foremost Harmos of Phobos. You need not introduce yourselves. I have no interest in the tiles peddled by primitives. You know this rude fella? I do not deny it, but... yeah, the past is past. I do not know how you, whose soul has long been shattered, have manifested, but it seems that the chaotic symphony is your doing, and none other. Your fault. Cease. Return the souls of those who live in the present and go back to the shadow beneath the deep waters to where you belong. This is my final warning to you. Meow, says the cat. Oh, and what then? Will you continue wearing your mask of hypocrisy, traitor? Will you shut your eyes and ears for another millennia? But you have noticed, haven't you, why my melody would break its bonds at this time and affect the present? Like, we just dealt with a giant, a giant flood. We need to worry about another catastrophe. Why my strength has given me the right to open the gate to the deep waters, allowing me to manifest? The power of the sea surges, Cassador. The return of Phobos is imminent. Phobos? Yes, indeed. Over these thousands of years, I had already bound my soul to the shattered Phobos. To repeat the past is to give the ancient tragedy an encore, nor have I ever once sacrificed innocent lives. Okay, this is fighting words. Fontaine's existence is a mistake, one we shall correct. When the oceans swallow it, Remuria shall rise above the sea once again, and its light shall shine over the land. We just spent a whole bunch of time saving those people. Yeah, nah. Is this because of the primordial sea? How can you call it a mistake? You are the mistaken one. We should have assimilated into this new nation thousands of years ago, but it was you who warped them into puppets of ancient hate. Whether that Phobos matter is true or false, as long as my will is not dissipated, your schemes will not succeed. Lemurians degenerate into mere base insects. This is interesting because it's like Rome, or like the ancient Romans, became a lot of the people from Europe mixed in with the Vikings. So it's kind of it's interesting how this whole thing is kind of working out in the game. Remurians have long ceased to exist, save in your delusions. The world of old has passed away. No way, we won't let that happen. Gee. We shall bestow upon you eternal, resilient bodies, that you may never again suffer mortal pain. Should you have words of gratitude, I will hear them. Why, thank you so very much. You gotta be kidding me. That's not something we'd be thankful for at all. Those poor children, everything was stripped from them, and you still speak with such conviction. All things have their price. Narrow personal opinions are but refuse to be discarded by a higher class of beings such as I. Wow, the guy really is full of himself, isn't it? You're absolutely nuts! And despicable, too. And of course he's gonna sick those guys on us.
Mind the side effects.
Overruled.
Windblade.
This is order. Solidify.
This is where you will fall. Transfixed.
Windblade.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Order guide you. Gather.
Witness my rise. Overruled.
Mind the side effects.
Solidify.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Well, that shut them up. What do we do now, though? If we want to save the souls of the townspeople, we're gonna have to head to the Dumas Aria, or whatever that super rude, duper arrogant guy talked about, right? As you might recall, we weren't invited. Since when have we ever needed invitations to crash some bad guy's party? That's true. Alright, but from what he said, he seems to have known Oshi from a long time, so they worked for the Sebastios or whatever. We need to have a good talk before we go. Cassiodor. If you have anything you'd like to ask me this time, I shall tell you all I know. Okay, here we go. Lore drop! Let's see, tell us about Remuria. Yeah, true, we heard about Remuria back at the Fortress of Meripede. Apparently it was ruled by a god named Remus. I have no idea what that flapping sound is. Story said Remus rode his big ship around and conquered all of Fontaine, but that's as much as Paimon knows. Before it sank, this body of water was part of the Great Fontaine Lake, and the location where the capital of Remuria was sited. As such, these waters have the same properties as those of Fontaine, which is why we can dive in them. I might move myself over a little bit so you guys can read it. So those stone statues we saw on the way here, those were your kin? Precisely so. I fear they have long lost their free will, however, becoming mindless slaves, worse off by far than the humans of old, easily perishable though they are. Wait, in that case, why are you a cat? I am a cat, for now, and one's will and soul are more important than one's body, are they not? Regardless, it was the Sebastios who gave me new life. We once possessed all of the high sea, countless cities and palaces, flowers, flowing wine, and yet fate found us all the same. Utter darkness, step by step. In the end, the entire kingdom sank beneath the waves as though it had been smote by divine judgment. Why is it that whenever a ancient civilization seems to get a little bit technical, Celestia comes in? It's like very sus. No. So tell us about your friend. Sebastios, who separated my soul from the grand symphony. Convenient ability, indeed. You weren't planning on puppeting one of us at some point, were you? But back to this, he was not always evil. He was once a noble Harmos of Remuria, and the sole survivor following the great catastrophe that befell. Oh gosh, we're probably gonna have to fight him and kill him, aren't we? Name of the Spirit Keeper. Yes, Mr. Impolite's a pretty stubborn guy, huh? Even after he's been beaten up and sealed, he's still looking to break out and cause trouble. I never thought that he would weave his shattered self into the symphony and thus gain mastery over it. The discord and dissonance that now emanates from these waters can be regarded as an extension of his power. Great Golden Bee Syllable. Can't say these names. Syllabia? The prophet who survived the previous cycle imparted. But it did not bring what was promised. Indeed, you saw how it all ended, didn't you? Had Sebastian's plan worked, the symphony would have woven a melody of utmost gentleness for all of us, an eternity that would last 1,000 years and beyond. But something went wrong. Besides Sebastian himself, only said superiors, the Harmos, could have changed Phobos's melody. That's why. It was his fault. You were able to see them real. It's like, why isn't he affected? It's like, I do have some idea, but it might be best to wait for the right time to speak of that. It'd be interesting if he's like a descendant. So he's like the last Remurian. Yeah. He would not have sat idly by as his nation and people drowned in blood. So where did he go? Or was his passing Remuria's true death? To read the rude guy. I will continue to guide you. It is, after all, my homeland. Though it may have sunk to the very bottom of the sea, I remember its path still, even after all these millennia. Or so I believe. Just don't let us down when it counts. Cat's out of the bag! You can count on me. Don't forget, I am far stronger than an ordinary cat. You know, every time Paimon remembers that you're actually an ancient person from thousands of years ago, it just feels wrong that we've been calling you Osi, but your full name is way too long, so... Okay, let's just call you Monsieur Oz, then. What do you think? Is it polite enough? A name to me is nothing more than a label, but as this represents your acknowledgement, Paimon, I will gladly accept it. think we might... Oops. Oh. Ah! See what they mean. Ah! Oops. I didn't get enough. Here. I made it to the storm. Woo! Wow! We got a lot from that. That's pretty awesome.
Is this an answer from this world?
Honestly, I wish those guys we fought had actually dropped drops. I need this. Looks like a new movement. Please, quick, put it in the box. We get each little piece of the story, so that's cute. Alrighty. Sigh, what will I do with you? He's liking it though. That still feels weird. He deserves pets. He's worked hard. Alright, let's go. Hopefully we can find some guys who actually drop drops. So I can at least level up Arlecchino's weapon. I can also buy it from the shop, but... There's the whale. Where's the... Not up there. It says it's up. Where? Maybe we can't get it right now. Oh well, we'll come back. Last days of Remuria. I wonder if that's the king. It wouldn't be the first time the kings got changed into weird stuff. Neat this is, though. Ooh. Their poor whale stuck. There are still weird things tangled around the top nearby. What the heck is going on? Paimon's getting more and more confused. Heard this voice in a dream before. Can't remember his name anymore, though. Bell Dragon. I like how the cat's swimming. Speaking of which, isn't Niviolette? That's right, Nivilette's the Hydro Dragon, isn't he? That does mean that this guy's way older than even him, does it? A new dragon of water has already been born? Then again, it has been such a long time since the former mistress of many waters passed. So much time has passed. In any case, the evil dragon was once the Spatial's friend, but he revolted at a critical junction in the showdown between us Remurians and the Fontanians. Oh. Something's not right about that story. Uh-oh. Suspicious. I should have come and seen Remus before. Eh. You know, why don't we find some way to break the seal on the evil dragon and get the former foe he beat to break the door down for us? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Be a nice dragon. Eh. Like, hey, come on, so what? Even if he is a dragon, he might be the reasonable kind we can talk with. We've got experience in dealing with dragons, don't we, Rhea? It's like, yep. We've talked to, like, what? 5 of them? No, 6. Because we have Dvalin, Zhongli, Aztaha, Adep from the Dender Dragon, Niviolette, and Elias. We haven't spoken to Durin, but he's kind of alive, so. But we have experience talking to a bunch of those guys. And then, of course, we're going to go to Natlin, and Natlin apparently has a bunch of dragon people, so. Let's see. Yeah, well, there was that time with Dvalin. We had that little run-in with Astaha. We encountered Apep in the desert. Yep. Dvalin. Yeah, the bit where he kicked up Storm Mondstadt while under the influence of a curse. We had a big fight because of it, too. Those examples weren't very convincing, were they? Silence. Come on, no amount of suspicious looks is going to suddenly give us better options. Yep. Opened up for us. Underwater area. Whew. Alright. So first off, apparently is a this. Aw. A warp point. Over here. Oh gosh, there's another thing. Look how cool this guy is. And he's not trying to kill us. Does he have eyes? That is so cool. I like this guy. All right. Uh-oh. This is kind of weird. This is Pimer. We heard this conversation before. Sounds like when we first arrived in Treasure Core. It's a bit with the treasure hoarders all over again. That's so creepy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a secret coming out. Really criminal deeds. Weirder by the moment. Ah, I knew it. That SD you met in town must be a descendant of Remurians. His ancestor must have followed me to join the new nation all those years ago, becoming an ordinary Fontanian. It's like the guy with Rue. As such, the symphony that has stolen those Fontanian souls would not affect him, but in turn, the melody that records his ancestors' memories had nowhere to go, and so attached itself to that statue. So you mean that the SD here is Town SD's ancestor, the real SD the quick-witted? Then what about the others? Yes, hello, and who are you exactly? You do not appear to be Remurians. Are you savages then? I'm just a passing traveler. Oh, I can get pretty savage. This guy's above. Oh, he was one of the... Oh, gosh. As for these two, are they your attendants? You can just take that to be so. Actually, I'm his owner. They're like, yeah, no. Not send you to Darnation. I cannot remember. Am I in some dream? Hmm. Or I'm an ignoramus. What happened? Oh gosh, I feel bad for these guys. Pain. Ah, we don't get to fight them and get drops. Uh. I wonder if this is America. The Armorica. That would be kind of funny. Because, I mean, as far as I can tell, America's not really being represented in this game. Because they say that Natlan is supposed to be like South America, a little bit of Africa, and a bit of Spain. So, and then Chesnaya is Russia. So, United States and Canada are like not accounted for here. So, we Americans are being forgotten about. Oh, trust level. But we are the rear guard, so some final cleanup is well within our range of duties, eh? Man? Well, it should have guided our every move, but since coming here, there have been many times when we could not hear its melody. As such, we've fallen back on Dominus Bothicius' directives. Ah, an impudent fellow. The Sebastius does not permit the harm of innocent people. This is a little difficult. Neither one seems good. Yeah, calling your boss impudent is probably not a good idea for these guys. Let's go that one. Innocent, you say? Yes, he did task us with helping these vulnerable humans before the war began. But our actions have the tactile approval of Phobos. Could its decrees ever be in conflict with the sacred word of the Sebastos? Phobos could have made a mistake as well, yet you are not receiving the melody. Well, that is true enough. But in what can we place our trust, if not Phobos? Surely would not it stand idly by were we to diverge from its correct path? Perfect creation, I counsel you as a Remurian, do not doubt its directives. Perfect? Nothing is truly perfect. Phobos' silence signifies rejection. Yes, that is possible. How did I not consider that? Could our rash actions have caused Phobos to cease guiding us? If that's so, then it bodes very ill. Very well, you speak true. We must reconsider our actions. In truth, I do not know how things came to this. There's been a strange feeling in my heart since this war broke out. We were meant to pursue freedom and happiness, but Phobos led us here instead, step by step. Thing is, this kind of reminds me of, what when we went down in that one place with what's his name? Excuse me, with Dainsleaf, with the hilly churls in Sumeru. But we went down to not in Kanria. Conria. Same idea. It's like the soldiers were still believing that they were defending the people of Conria, even though those people had basically become hilly churls or were only hilly churls, and they were trying to defend a nation that had already fallen. Please praise him of our circumstances and our doubts. You'll be doing us truly a great favor. Don't worry, we will. The 3 chains that bind Scylla are wrapped around these stone pillars. Use the power of the symphony and hold to unleash a play sound wave that will remove them. Due to the lengthy passage of time, the stone pillars will sometimes become overgrown with vines, making them unable to resonate with the symphony. Remove the vines first, and then remove the chains. Oh, they're gone.
Is this an answer from this world?
You got a chest for that. Yes, I know. I expected it to just kind of end there. I didn't realize it was going down into a tunnel. Well, that's not nice. Oh. Hi, dude. Welcome. Seems that you've resolved our previous problem. I suppose that means you'll be rushing ahead towards your next goal then? Yes, I'll be counting on you to take care of this place, Misty. Also, remember that it is better to trust the wisdom of your heart rather than handing all judgment of right and wrong over to Phobos or any Harmost. The Sebastos created Phobos to free us from our servitude to destiny, but the people's blind faith has led us into enslavement more frightful still. This kind of sounds like the Akasha. In the future, you may encounter a similar choice once more. I hope you will make the right decision when the time comes. Dominus Cassiodor, why are you so suddenly speaking of such things? Still, I shall keep your words in my heart. I, as still, shall uphold my own sense of justice. That is good. Farewell. I believe we shall meet again. Ooh, and we get a nice chest.
A reward on the road.
Alrighty. Well, I think before I continue onward, I'm going to take a break because it is lunchtime for me and I'm getting hungry. But I will be back. If not today, we will be streaming at 8 o'clock. Yeah, we're gonna be doing 8 o'clock tomorrow. I probably will come back and stream some more since I'm part of the Twitch streamer event. But right now I just need a break, and but we'll be back either this afternoon or tomorrow at 8 o'clock p.m. to do some more And then on Friday, we're going to have some of the Honkai Star Rail stuff. So we'll be watching that special program, and also they're having the birthday for that. So we'll see then. Alrighty. Right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you later. Okay. Bye.